And a site is born. Okay, so it's showing me my home page, and I could make changes. But I think the first thing that I'd like you to do is probably to go beyond just the very first theme that you chose from the beginning. I think we probably already went through this tour, but should I go through the tour again, or should I just get right into the lesson? Because it's going to go, welcome to WordPress. Continue on with this short tour to learn the fundamentals of the WordPress editor. Start tour. Let's just see how it is. So how to edit a blog. Well, we already kind of looked at that. Next. Yeah. So I'm going to close this. All right. Okay. So here I am. And it brought me into the home page. But let's say I don't want to edit it right now. I want to click on the WordPress logo to get to, let's see. Let's go to all pages. Okay, here, now I'm on my dashboard. So now, see, I have my site. It's been added to my dashboard. And when I want to preview it, I can click on the name of it with the little house. Can click on that to preview my site. So this is previewing it. And it's saying that it's not launched yet. Let's see what happens if I click launch site. Launch. I don't think that you need to launch because it's trying to get me to choose a domain name that I have to pay for. So never mind that. I'm going to go back to my sites. And now I'm on my sites. And I see I can get to my site again from this list. So Bright Bloom Graphics I can click on. So here I'm on dashboard. And sometimes you might feel like you're going in circles at first, but you'll get a grasp of it and get into the flow and the rhythm. Yeah. Are you okay, Temok? You'll get in the flow of the rhythm. The main thing is that you get to your dashboard where you have all your controls and you're good to go. So this is where I go to preview with the little house. I guess it's saying coming soon still. Now, if I want to start creating my site, I would probably go into pages and start building pages. So I go to pages. And when I clicked on pages, when you start a new WordPress site, they will set up a few pages for you to get you started. And you can delete those pages and start your own pages, or you could go into the pages that they've created and make changes. So there's a home page here that's set as my front page, and there's a page that they created called blog that's set as the post page. And I like that setup. It used to be on WordPress way back when I just started on WordPress. By default, the front page was always the post page or the blog, because it was expected that the purpose of starting a WordPress account way back when I started it was originally WordPress was just all about blogging for bloggers, creating your own blog so you could write up articles. What's a blog? What's the difference between a blog and a post? Do you guys have an idea of the difference between blogging and maybe posting on social media? Is there a difference? What do you guys think?
I think there's a slight difference between the two.
Yeah.
Because a blog can be like entirely devoted to one's day or entirely devoted to a certain topic, whereas posts are a lot more informal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a very good point. That posts can be more informal on social media. You're posting out to your friends and family, just, jokes or just funny things sometimes, or what you ate for breakfast, just sharing. And with blogging, maybe it's a little bit more like independent journalism kind of, Or sometimes serious journalism, where you're writing up a whole article and you're doing a page layout with images. Or a blog post also doesn't have to be that formal, but I would suggest that a blog post on a website that you're creating, that's part of a website that you're creating for your business or for your portfolio, should probably be relevant to what your business or portfolio of work is about, right? So
Yeah.
what ideas could you guys share with me some ideas that you have for what a good post topic might be for your business, maybe your business personally, what ideas you might have for making a post or a blog from your site? What would be a good idea for a post that's going to draw attention to your business or to your work, to your portfolio of work, to capture the attention of a potential employer or client or customer out there? What might be a good post to put out there to build your
I think in my
client
case,
base?
I would probably say architectural lighting.
So Joe's a DJ. Joe does you do architectural lighting yourself? Is that
Hmm.
that's
Yes.
awesome. So are you saying you might take some documentation, some photos of your work, or maybe video at an event, and
Hmm.
then share it, like, this is what I did at my latest event, and share it as a post?
Yes.
That's a beautiful idea, because every time you make a post on WordPress, you're broadcasting out. You're drawing attention to your site. And anyone who's following you already will immediately get notified. Something new is going on Joe's site. Let's check it out. And people will be notified, and the link will be right there. They'll get an email with the link. Then they can easily click on it and check out what's at your site. And that draws in visitors to your site. And then from there, with the throughout the pages of your WordPress site, you're going to be able to have social media buttons, so that people who visit the pages of your site can just click and share what's going on on your page. They can with just one click, they can share out to all of their connections on their social media, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is. So then, word spreads like wildfire. That's really powerful, how the tools that you have at your fingertips to spread the word of mouth organically through this wonderful invention called the internet.
Um, so Navi, I've always thought of the as blogging as basically driving your SEO ratings up because it's linked to your website,
Yes, it
and
will definitely do that.
potentially getting new customers because you already have your social media friends, from Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, whatnot.
Right, because
So
it will.
so if they are searching for, say, architectural lighting, it'll kind of drive a certain, how would I say it, targeted market to my
Yeah.
site and drive
Yes.
my SEO up
Ex-
on the website.
Definitely, because that's the way WordPress works. When you make a post, it circulates, and then and I notice the more that I post on WordPress, then suddenly I get more followers, new followers. People just start following you, and
Hmm.
then the more people who are following you, then the more people who are connected. Every time you make a post, they get notified, and then they come and visit, and then they share out to their social media. So that's how it kind of that's how the wildfire spreads. Says that's it it's just a chain reaction. So so it is good. Most companies these days have a page on their site that they call a blog. So that's what this page is set up as. If I click view, we can just see. But see, they just create these pages here on WordPress just to give you an idea of what you could do. See, they've created this winter menu or our best crepes recipe. This has nothing to do with me. I didn't create this. So you might look at your site and say, what is this? This is weird. Some people wrote these things that have nothing to do with what I want my site to be about. That's okay. You can get rid of all that and rewrite it the way you want, or you can delete the whole page. They've just done some posts for you that as examples. So think of this like when you go to a store and you buy a picture frame, right? And in the picture frame, there are pictures of people that you don't know. You don't know who these people are. It's just an example that's there of a photograph that telling you, oh, you can put a photograph like this here. A photograph of a family or of a couple or whatever it is. So that's what's all through when you start your WordPress site, you're gonna see all kinds of little examples like this. Just saying, oh, this is what you could do, but this is not really what you want to do. You don't want to just leave your site with fake example posts and fake example pages. So you want to go into click my sites and you want to start making changes right away. So like on like my posts, they created all these posts. Actually not all. Actually this, never mind. Let me go back out to switch site because I got out of my site. Let me click on my site and then go to posts. So these are the posts. I was looking at all the posts for all my sites a minute ago, so I had to have my site selected to just see the posts that WordPress created for my site, which I don't want. I don't want winter menu. I want to delete that. I don't want our best crepes recipe unless I'm interested in seeing whatever their best crepes recipe is, just to see it. But it's really just an example. I can click on there on this post and I can edit the post. There's not even a recipe here. It's a fake post. So I'm gonna go back here to WordPress, back to all posts, and I can just click the trash to remove it. Then I can make my own posts. Oh wait, it doesn't let me remove it because I guess something has to be there. I have to add a new post of my own in order to remove this one. So I guess that's one of the rules of WordPress. Going back to pages, let's go to pages. Pages. So we have blog, and if I view the blog now, now it's saying no posts found. That's funny because I didn't delete all the posts. I'm going to go back, switch sites, go to my Bright Bloom graphics, and go to pages. So let's say I want to just create my own pages, so I can delete the home page. And I can delete the blog and make my own. Set up my own. Okay, now I have no pages. So I want to add a new page. So I can go here and choose add new. So okay, so when you start a new page, you have the option to just start from scratch and choose a blank page, or you can choose one of these page layouts and start with a template. If you like working with a template, you could do that. So maybe one of these I'll try as a template. So let's say I choose this page here. Then I can click on this block and make changes and kind of use this format and use this style and retype things. And maybe I'll just call this portfolio. But I find sometimes when I'm starting with a template that it can be more frustrating to have to delete a lot of stuff than to just start fresh and build what I want to build. So that's a preference. If you like, you really like the look of something and you want to follow that look, you can start with a template. But if you want to just start from scratch, that might be easier in a way. So here's where I might put a title. So let's say I want this to be my portfolio page. So I'm clicking here where it says add title, and I'm just going to type portfolio. So let's say that's going to be a page that's called the portfolio. And I'll go in here and delete this text and write my own text like welcome to my portfolio or something. And then I will be adding images, so I can click on the plus and add a gallery here. Probably get rid of this image over here. Let's see. This image can be resized. Let's see, what else can I do with this image here? I could probably click replace. Replace this image. I can open my media library, or I could upload a new picture. Let's see if I click upload. And then I go to my let's just choose my world map just for fun. Open. Oh, there it is. So I put my world map there instead. Okay, so when I'm ready, I can click publish and I can always come back and work more on the page later. So I'm just gonna click publish. Publish. And then I'm going to go back to make another page. So I go back to WordPress here, go back to all pages, and here I am in my all pages section. I could also click add new from here, or there's a drop down where I can choose the type of editor I want to work with, block editor or classic editor. So we can look at both. The block editor is the new editor that WordPress is using now. Classic was the way things were done before. That was more like word processing, editing. I'm going to just click add new page. And maybe I'll make a page and call it add a new page. This time I'll make a blank page. Add a blank page and add a title. I click there and I'll call this products. So make a page called products, and I can add stuff to it later. You have the option for under publishing, if you want to keep your page private, you can change that until it's done, because I'm just kind of making blank pages right now. Visibility is set to public. Publish is set to immediately, but I could change those options under publish, under page. See, if I click public here, I could keep a page private if I want until I'm ready for it to go public. So I could change it to be private. Would you like to privately publish this post? Now, this is a page, it's not a post, but for some reason WordPress kind of mixes up the terminology and calls pages posts at times. Don't worry about that. They just call everything a post. I'm going to say okay. So you can go private like that and then publish, but I don't care. I'm going to keep mine public. And at any time, if you change your mind about a page, there's a move to trash button, and we'll throw the page in the trash. You could set a featured image. Or you could do some things like an excerpt, write an excerpt, so it will show kind of like a little quote. So there's some I'm just giving you an overview of what options you have in Pages. You can check to allow comments on that page if you want from here. Page attributes. You can also set the parenting of a page, which determines if a page is going to be on the top level of your menu or a drop down page. You can do that here, or you can do that in your menu settings. I usually just use my menu settings because this gets overridden by the menu settings anyway, which I'll get to teaching you. So I'm just going to leave it blank for now. I'm going to just click update. And then so I've got a few pages now, and maybe I'll go into Illustrator and get some images. So I've got my various business card layouts here. I'm gonna just consult my syllabus to see where we're at here. I'm gonna in our course to make sure that we're following the track of staying on track with our schedule. So I'm going to syllabus, and on our syllabus for this week we are so we're starting your WordPress, choosing a theme. That's what I need to get to, choosing a theme, and creating pages, content, image galleries we can go over, and then next week we're doing customizing. Okay, adding tags, categories. Okay, we'll be talking about creating posts. All right, so so let's say I wanted to go to go back to the WordPress icon here, go back to all pages, and then let's say I want to go into my portfolio page and edit it. So I've got two pages now: products that has nothing, portfolio that's based on a template. You can click edit there, and maybe instead of the world map, I want to have something else like my logo. That would make a lot more sense, right? So so I could do something with my logo. So you could always take your logo out. I'm going to just duplicate it out. And this could also be set as a featured image, or it could be set as a logo throughout your page. So I'm going to just scale this up on the side here, and I'm going to take my artboard tool and I'm going to draw out an artboard that fits around the size of my logo without cropping anything off, but just kind of neatly around it. And you could also just select the logo and use the align buttons from properties or from the align panel. Align to artboard is set, and then I can horizontal line center, vertical line center, and from this artboard I can make export a PNG. So in order to get artwork on a website, your artwork has to be exported as a PNG. You can't just put an Illustrator file onto WordPress. So I'm going to just save this, and in order to export a PNG, you need to know which artboard is which, or you need to be able to select the artboard. So if I want to just go file and then so you can't just save a PNG from Illustrator, you have to export it. So you go file, export, and then you have these three options for exporting. Export for screens is one that you might like. but this is designed for exporting a lot of images at once, and it even gives you the capabilities of exporting different sizes for different mobile devices. So if you were designing graphics for that you want to look good on a computer, on a tablet, and on a phone, you might want to set up some different sizes and use the features in export for screens. Export as is kind of more straightforward, and you could choose which artboard you want to export. And then save for web is going to use just the artboard that you have selected. So generally you can select an artboard with the selection tool by clicking, or you could use the artboard tool, and the artboard that you click on with the artboard tool is the selected one, the one that has the dotted line. So this artboard is selected. And then I could go file and then export and then save for web. I'm going to start from the bottom up. I'll do save for web. This is kind of dying out. That's why it says legacy next to it, but I still like it as a method of exporting. So it chooses the artboard that you have clicked on as the artboard that you're going to select, that you're going to export. And it's showing what it will look like as a as a PNG, as the file type you're exporting to, as the web optimized file. So that's why it's called optimized there. But you can revert to look at what it looks like as an original, what it looks like optimized for the web, and then you could click on the 2-up display to see the comparison between the original and what the final export will look like. There are some tools on the side in the top corner here in this dialog. I'm going to go back to optimized. Right now, if you look on the right column, you'll see PNG24 is the file type that I have it set to, which is the best of these 4 choices, I would say, the best quality PNG24. And then I have the option to fill the artboard with a color, like white right now it's set to, or I could choose black, or I could choose other and choose my own color, or I could choose, which is kind of fun, or I could choose eyedropper color and then use the eyedropper and click on some color and then go to eyedropper color. So I chose a color and then filled it with the eyedropper color. But I don't want that. I could do none, and then it's just defaulting to white. But what I really want is transparency. So I'm going to select transparency, and it's showing me the transparency grid. And down here, I'll just keep the original size as is, and art optimized is selected. If I had text, I might choose type optimized. Clip to artboard I want, because if I don't have clip to artboard checked, it's going to include everything in my export that I have in this document. So I want to clip to this selected artboard, and then I'm just going to click save down at the bottom corner. And then I can just name this. This is, what is this? Bright Bloom, I'll just use BB. Bright BB logo. Same as business branding abbreviation, but Bright Bloom Graphics. Say Bright Bloom Graphics BBG logo. And that's going to be a PNG, and that's going to go to my folder for the class. You might want to create a new folder that you store all of your images in for your WordPress website. So I might click new folder and call this images. These would be images that can display on the web, because Illustrator files, again, cannot display on the web and be embedded in the pages. Neither can PDFs, but PDFs can be included as clickable links in your website that people can download. But to display an image on the page, on a web page, you need a format like a PNG, a raster format. So that's what we're doing. We're converting the vectors to pixels now in order to be able to display the image on the website. So I'm just
I
making.
got a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, on the having them as PNGs. Now, when your media library in it, because what I did, I put in JPEGs, and I'm just kind of wondering, is it easier or harder to copy off a web page if it's a PNG or JPEGs?
It's the same. What if you to? It's the same. It would be the same process for if you have a PNG or a JPEG to download an image from the web.
No, I'm talking about the website itself. Like if say something, oh, I like that image off your website, so I'm going to take it.
Yeah. It would be the same level of difficulty to download an image, whether it's a PNG or a JPEG. If
Okay,
Basically, if you can see it, you can steal it.
yeah, if you want to make your images so that people can't really use them, the best thing is probably put a watermark on the image so they know that that image is yours, like a watermark with your logo, kind of transparent on top of your image. And you can do that with Lightroom really nicely.
and also
Or
one
Photoshop.
thing is that I guess if I download an image and if it's a PNG and it has a very, very low amount of information, like it's like a 20K, whatever.
Yeah, like a low resolution image, not too.
Low resolution. Then that in itself is a deterrent.
Yeah, because you're not giving them the highest quality, so they can't do that much with it then. Yeah, and when you use this Save for Web, you're optimizing it for the web, and it's lowering the resolution to screen resolution, so it's just 72 pixels per inch, and it's not going to be that big, so they're not going to have the access to your original works. If you're a photographer, you shoot your photos raw, they're not going to have the access to that high quality level of work.
Okay.
Hang on. Sorry, I didn't realize I wasn't muted. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I'm just creating a folder to collect images in. I'm going to just create that folder now, and I'm saving this logo there. And then I'm going to jump into WordPress, and then I can click over here, and looks like I can click replace and upload, and then I can go to my images and my logo and see what happens if I put that logo in there. It's okay. So it looks pixelated because it stretched it out to fit that size, but if I make it smaller by dragging on this, then that could work. But if I don't even like this whole block, I could remove the block and start my own block. So I can remove block by clicking on the ... and click remove block. And I could instead try setting my logo as a featured image. So I could click set featured image. And now I already uploaded the image from the hard drive of my computer. So it automatically goes into my media library that is stored on the WordPress.com server. So I could visit my media library, and it's giving me the upload files tab to choose files off of my computer, off of my hard drive. But if I switch to media library here, then you'll see images that I've already uploaded. They went to my media library that exists as part of the WordPress server, but it's associated with my account and with this website. So I have easy access to choose these images. They usually give you some example images too, just like those photos in the picture frame that you take home from Target or Walmart or wherever you buy a picture frame. And then you click on the image that you want, because I'm using this image as a featured image. So I'm going to select that. And then when you have the opportunity to label an image on WordPress, you should always label it. So as soon as I selected this image, it gave me the option to label the image. And it's important to include alt text. Does anyone know what alt text is? Although now I'm seeing more often that the recommendation that you could leave that you could leave this blank if the image is purely decorative. But it's suggesting here for alt text to describe the purpose of the image. So
Right.
this is a logo, so we could say logo, or I could even just put featured image. Or sorry, does anyone want to chime in about what alt text is?
Isn't it like supposed to be also for the visually impaired, like if they can't, or like I'm
Yes.
not sure.
Yes.
Maybe I'm not sure.
You're right. You're right. Yes, alt text. That is exactly right. Alt text is used for the visually impaired. So when a person hovers over an image, and they have their computer set up for accessibility with accessibility settings features. When they hover over an image, they will hear audio telling them what the image is. So it is helpful to include alt text for that purpose, to help those people who are visually impaired. It's also helpful for your content to be found, for your search engine optimization, because every time you put alt text into your images, you're helping those keywords to be triggered when people are searching for your various content online, typing in keywords. It will trigger the alt text, and it will help your site to be more visible and found easier. So it's good. I heard a student shared with me one year in an article that some sites were getting fined for not including alt text. So
Wow.
so I suggest using alt text whenever you can. So I'm just gonna call this logo. Take this logo, and maybe I'll be more specific for the title: Bright Bloom Graphics logo. And if this image is going to be part of a portfolio, then you could include a caption and a description as well. The caption could be the same as the title, so I could just copy and paste, Command C on a Mac and Command V to copy and paste on a Mac, Command C to copy, Command V to paste. On Windows, that's Control C to copy, Control V to paste. Good ones to remember because they really speed up your workflow. And then you'd write a description about how you created the work. But since this is just my logo, I'm not part of a portfolio at this time, I'm just going to leave the description blank for now. There's also a file URL. You could change the URL so the image will link somewhere else, but it's gonna just link to where the image is located as media. I'm gonna just click Set Featured Image, and we'll see what that does for this. Now I'll click Update. And I don't know about this. I don't know why we have this text here. This is just set as a heading. I could just put, change this to welcome. Oh, not welcome. Welcome. Sorry, no posts were found. This, I don't think I want this block, so I'll just remove this block, and then I can start adding my own block. So wherever you see these bars with pluses, that's where you can add your own block. So if I want to add maybe my own set of images, I can click add block here, and then I can choose, or I click the plus, and then it gave me some options here. You can click the dot dot dot. That's weird. It should give me more options than that. See, this is what happens with a template. They've set up some things, and then you're kind of locked into what they set up for you. So I think this one, maybe I can see. Oh, here I'm clicking in here, and then it's giving me some more options down here. So if I want just an image, I can choose just an image. If I want a gallery, I can click gallery right there. So let's say I want a gallery right here. So for gallery, I can select images from my media library, or I can upload images for my gallery. So I can click upload, and I'm just going to go into my maybe a folder of work that I did for the Illustrator class. Let's see. Oh no, I can't do that because it's probably at the school still. So I have to wanted to find a set of work that I did. Illustrator, back up here. This might have something from some past work that I did. Let's see, images. Oops, not that. Portfolio. Okay, so I created a bunch of images and then turned them into PNGs ahead of time, because PNG is pretty much my favorite format to putting, you know, you could choose JPEG, you could choose, you know, any format that's a raster format, but PNG is probably the best quality, and it supports transparency. So here are a bunch of PNGs that I want to choose. So maybe I want to choose all of these images here. So this is just an example of some work that I created as part of the Illustrator class as a portfolio of work. So I'm going to click open there, and it's going to populate with my whole set of images, just showing examples of creations in Illustrator. And it takes time if you're doing a whole set of images. So down here, as I'm scrolling through to see what's in this template here, I'm seeing that they have a section where people who are visiting can type in their email address to sign up as a way to follow the site. And then there's a little about me section I could replace with my own picture of me and a little write-up of myself, or I could click on this section and click the options here and remove and put my own section there. Let's see, it's still okay. So stuff is coming in slowly but surely. I can select each of these images, and I can edit or replace the image at this point. I can close it. I can click and add a caption. So I can say, click here. I can add a caption. Call this portfolio. Portfolio brochure. Oh, it's not letting me continue. I'll just say brochure. That's weird. It's kind of being weird. What I can do over here on the column is I can select the type of gallery or make some changes to the gallery settings. Right now this is set to be a 3-column gallery, but I can adjust that to see more thumbnails at one time. And I can, right now it looks like crop images is turned on, but I can turn that off. See what it looks like without cropping the images. So that's with cropping the images. If I want to be able to link to something else, I can set that here from the gallery. The images are set to large, but I could choose thumbnail images. No, I think I'll just keep it up large. You have different options here: medium, large, full size. And then, okay, let's see what's advanced is kind of interesting. HTML anchor, enter a word or two without spaces to make a unique web address just for this block. That's kind of, so this is so that people can click. It's creating an anchor so people can click on something, on a link, and then it'll take them just to that part, that section of your page, which is nice. So you could do more with that in advanced. And now it looks like all the images are here. So now let's see if it will let me do anything. It'll let you click these arrows to rearrange the order. So I want this to go. I wish it was, they used to have it more convenient where you could drag and drop things around. I don't know why they changed that, because these little arrows are kind of clunky. But see, I can put, some of these are mock-ups showing what the image looks like printed, and some are just digital, like digital images. So let's see if I type KPFK brochure cover. So you could type in captions like that, and then I'm just gonna click, let's see, update, to update the page so it saves. That's important. And then we can, if we click the little pencil, that's to replace the image, I guess. So we click that. That's if I wanted to replace the image, but I want to edit the whole gallery. So let's see, edit gallery image. That's, I don't want to do that. So I want to get out of that. Maybe I can't go back now. So let's see if I go back to select image, media library, and I could select a different image than what was there. I don't even remember what was there now. But so now I'm in my media library, so I can select an image, let's see, or I can click the X and that will remove an image. And then I want to update when I make changes, and I want to preview, and I can preview for desktop, tablet, or mobile. Let's preview desktop, preview a new tab you could choose. Let's see, why isn't it letting me preview desktop, preview a new tab? So it opens it up into a new tab so you can see what this gallery is looking like. But then I want to, so now it's saying your site hasn't been launched yet, only you can see it until it's launched. Let's see if I click launch site. I think it tries to trick you when you click launch site and tell you that you need to purchase a domain, but you don't need to do that. You need to just say get a free, no, let's see, there's gotta, oh, here it is. You just go here where it says skip purchase. So this is how you launch your site, because I have not launched my site yet. So I need to click launch my site when I see that, like, I want people to be able to view my site, I need to click launch my site, and then I need to find where it says skip purchase, so that I can just continue along my merry way with my free WordPress.com site at this time. So I'm going to click skip purchase. And see, they try to trick you, right? They try to trick you. They try to tell you you need to pay, but you don't need to pay anything. So I'm going to just say, or start with a free site. I like that, free. So now I think my functionality will be better now that I launched my site. Then I can preview things better. So I'm going to go back to my site here, and then I can click visit site, and it's saying, so this is what my site looks like. So things are not set up properly, because I don't want this to be the front page of what people see. So I need to go back to my sites, and I need to make sure I go to my Bright Bloom graphics, and I need to set up some things. So I need to go to settings, for example. In settings, in reading, this is a place that you can go to set what your posts page is going to be, and set what your front page is going to be. It looks like things are grayed out. Let's see, static. Okay, so you can set. So see right now here it says your home page displays. Right now it was set to display my latest posts on my home page. But if you're not a regular blogger, I recommend that you set your home page as a static page. That could be a welcome page, it could be an about page, it could be just a home page, something that that's going to stay the same, as opposed to a blog page, which is going to change for every new post you make. That's what's going to be on the top of the post page or the blog page. So I'm setting my home page as a static page. So then it gives me the options for my home page to choose what I want the front page to be. Do I want it to be my portfolio? Do I want it to be my products? At this time, I deleted the home page. I could add a home page later, or an about page to be the front page, or just, whatever mission statement. I'll just choose portfolio for now. I could always change that later. And then post page, I don't have a post page yet, so let's go make one. So I go to, let me just save this, save changes. Then I go back to pages, and the simplest way to make a post page is to make a new page and call it blog. That's what I recommend. So I'm going to click add new, and then I'll just make it a blank page. It doesn't matter. You're not going to put content in your post page, because it's going to just contain your posts. So when you make a post, that's what you're going to see on this page. So I'm going to just type blog. It's just a blank page. I'm going to click publish.
Excuse me, Debbie.
So
when you put in the images in the last section, is there a certain size it has to be, or?
No, you can. For setting up your images, you should have them optimized for the web so that they're 72 pixels per inch for web viewing. Nothing too big. You don't want it to take forever to load. So all that you would learn in a graphic design class. You learn about that in the Illustrator class to set up your portfolio of work. I could go over it if anyone wants me to go over that briefly in this class. Okay, so now I've got 3 pages. Going back to settings and then reading. Now for my post page, I can select blog for my post page, and there are also settings for how many blog posts show at any one time. 10 posts are showing, and then save changes. Okay. So then when I go and I preview my site, let's see. Now it looks like this. Now it has my portfolio at the top, but there's a problem because I don't have a menu. So I want a menu so that people can navigate my site and go from one page to the next. So how do I set up a menu? You can go to my sites, go back to switch out of that site, whoops, and go to my Bright Bloom graphics. And really, you might, what I recommend is before I start setting up the menu, I should probably explore some other themes. So to explore themes, you're on your site, you selected your site, and you're on your dashboard, and you want to go to the appearance section, and you want to start browsing themes first. So you click themes. And they gave me a few themes to choose from when I was setting up the site, but when you go to appearance and you go to themes, you will have access to viewing all the different themes that you have to choose from. And themes are created by web designers, developers. They created an overall structure, layout to your site. And some of the themes cost money. It looks like all of these are free themes. These are listed as current themes. If you go down further, scroll down further, you can find the show all themes button. That'll give you access to everything. And then you scroll down further and you have these 3 buttons, all, free, or premium. So if you're looking at all the themes, some of the themes might have a price tag on them, or say that, yeah, like this one is $69, $49. But I like free, so I'm going to filter it down to just the free themes so I can view all the free themes. And so you kind of look and see an overview in the thumbnail of what the website looks like, but then it's helpful to test it out. So when you hover over a theme, there are these little 3 buttons you can click on. And you can try it out with a live demo. You can activate if you're sure you want it. You can always switch themes later. Get info about the theme, or try getting support to learn more about it. But let's try the live demo. So the live demo, so when you choose a theme, it's gonna give you pages that you didn't create. Like I didn't create that contact. I didn't create these pages. So it's just like, again, it's like the picture in the picture frame that you pick up at the store. But it's showing me that there's a menu here, and I can preview this theme for desktop, tablet, or phone. I like to go into try and customize and click that. See that button there? Because that will let me see what other tools are available in the customize section. And I like to find themes that give me a place for a header. And I don't see a header here, but it's giving me so I can see the site identity section here where I can add my logo and see what it looks like. I can click select logo, or select logo, and I believe I put my logo. I thought I uploaded my, oh yeah, there it is. So let's say I choose that logo and I click select, and it lets me kind of, unfortunately, I can stretch this to fit the whole logo, and click crop image. And hey, then it puts my logo up at the top as the logo. So that's fun. So you can see how you can start building your site identity that way. You can add a tagline. So Bright Bloom Graphics, I might come up with a tagline, which is a line of text to entice your viewer to want to explore more, read more. Bright Bloom Graphics, where I'm just gonna come up with something cheesy, where vision comes to life. So then you can see how the tagline is laid out there under the site title. And but I like designing a whole header myself, because then I can use my own fonts that I created for that match my brand, and then I would uncheck use the display site title and tagline, and I would use a header and have my text there instead that I create in Illustrator. But for now, this doesn't give me that option, this theme. It's telling me specifying the size that I should make my artboard for my site icon, if I want to add a site icon, which is giving me 512 by 512 space that I can add an icon. I'm not sure what they mean, what's the difference between logo and icon, but
Maybe the size.
oh, I think I remember now. It's the icon is like, maybe it's a little like kind of like a profile image of you that might show up in places.
Oh, okay.
So I could do a test with that, but I'm gonna go back out of this and just see. You can choose colors, different color palette, and see if that changes anything or not. So these are customized options, but I think I don't want this theme because it doesn't have a header. That's just me. You might not need a header on yours, but I like a theme that has a header. So I'm gonna find something that has a space for an image that goes across the top. Like maybe looking for one like this one. I think this one gives you a header space, this Baskerville 2. Now you don't all have to choose Baskerville 2. You can choose anything that you like the look of. I'm gonna click this one and try. I could do live demo, or I could do try and customize, so I can go right to that little customize section. And it does give me a header image space, which is what I want, because next week I'm going to be showing how to build a header for my site identity. So it gives me this whole space that I could design in. I can use my own text and my own graphics and create a header for this site. So I'll be doing that. They also give you other images you can try instead of the one. Hey, that kind of goes with my bright bloom look, so I can go back out of that. I could use that for now. And the menu, I can see how to customize the menu. I could check out the fonts and try different fonts for my heading, and different fonts for the base. I don't see any base text right now, so I'll get out of that. Mainly that's all I want to look at. I could check out what widgets they give me. I like that they give me sidebar widgets and footers right there, so you can put stuff on the sidebars. So I'm gonna go with this theme. So I'm gonna click activate and save. And so now I've just selected a different theme. And it tells who the theme is by, who designed it. I can learn more about the theme, or I could go into customize. If you click learn more, just see what you can learn more. It just gives you an overview of what the theme's gonna look like, and maybe some information about the theme you can look at, kind of read instructions. It's showing that I can have my social media links right here, so people can easily follow me on my Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, which then becomes more like you could set up your site like the way that Joe was creating a digital business card. You could set up your site like the front page of your website like a digital business card, so that you don't really need to pass out a business card on paper. You can just say, hey, visit me on Bright Bloom Graphics. I'm at brightbloomgraphics.wordpress.com, or send out an email, and then people can follow you on your social media, see a portfolio of your work, and it's all right there. So now I want to go into customize. So I'm going to go to appearance and customize. This is how I get to customizing. All those same options that I was looking in when I was previewing my themes to see if I wanted the theme. This is where I go to get to work on customizing the look of my site. So I'm going to want a menu bar at the top. So I can click on menus and set a menu. So you can create a brand new menu. I like to change menus every new season. Like I have a summer menu and a fall menu for my various websites. If I go here to primary menu, it looks like there are no pages there yet. If I click on add items, it'll bring up the pages that I've created already, so I can add pages to my menu. See, these, I don't know, these are invalid. I'm just deleting those by clicking the X's. I want to add an item. I can click the plus here. That's adding an item. I want to add a portfolio. I want to add blog. I want to add products. So I can change, so you see the menu starting to come together there. I can change the order, like if I wanted products to be ordered after portfolio, or if I wanted, now we have portfolio, products, blog, and then menu locations set as a header. I could also check social menu on, but I need to customize that. So I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to uncheck social menu because I need to add my specific social media links there. And then if I want to set this up so that every time I make a new page will go into my menu, I can check automatically add new top level pages to this menu. So if I make a contact page next, then I'll have contact appear there. If I want a drop down page, easy. All I have to do is drag the page in underneath another page to indent it as a drop down page. So I just drag this products page. If I want products to be a drop down page under portfolio, I could drag it to the right a little bit. So now when I hover over portfolio, products appears as a drop down page. Very simple, right? Or I could just put it back on the top level by dragging it backwards, just like that. And then I'm going to click Save Changes. And hopefully it saves in time before lunch. Come on. Oh, okay, it's saved. Yay. All right, so you got to wait for it to save, or it might not be saved. And then I can get out of this. Go back, go to colors and background, see if I can change my colors. You can also pick a pattern. Ooh, look at that. And in my Illustrator class, we design our own pattern. So you could put your own pattern in there. Or you could just choose a color background. There you can click on palettes and choose palettes of colors that go together well, I guess, supposedly. And then some colors you could change manually, like this one you can click manual and choose a palette like that. Or let's see, I thought there was a color picker we could get to. Let's see if we go to more color palettes to choose from. So I guess manual just lets you choose and like a color that way, or here, or pick your own color. You can choose pick your own color and then use this color picker to choose a hue and then adjust that color. And let's do, so that looks like this is the color. Yeah, so I just selected my own color that way. And then I can go, let's see, oh, there's even more patterns to choose from. But I'll go back out of this, or I could click Save Changes, so that saves, and then go back out. And again, I can choose my font and maybe choose something for my base font, which I like to choose something that's easy to read. Maybe something with the little serifs on it so that you can distinguish the characters, the little feet on the letters. And then go back out of fonts. There are content options that you can look through and choose, about your posts, but we'll get into that a little later. Widgets, you can choose a widget. So when you go and when you click on widgets, like if I want something in my sidebar, I can click sidebar, and then I can click add widget. And there are tons of fun widgets to choose from. It could just, it could be a calendar, it could be your contact info and map. It could be like a Facebook plugin page to follow you on Facebook, or just a general follow button that just makes it easier for people to follow you. It could be a gallery on the side. Lots of any of these just could be an image. Any of these could be a widget. It could be something simple like just a search field. It's always helpful to have an easy search field. So I can click that, and I've selected a search field widget here. I could put a title here like, what are you looking for? What are you looking for? Oh, I don't like that font. I'll have to change the font because I don't like that font. So then when I'm happy with that, I'll just say done and go back out of there, go back out. Let me go back to my fonts and change my font, my heading font, to something else that I like better. Let's see. That might be better for now. And going back to my widgets, I could add another widget on the sidebar, like add a widget, and choose maybe my what do you want to see? I want to see contact info and map, like if you have a location that you want to set. It puts in a default address for you, but you could put in any address. Like I could put in, just for fun, let's put in the school's address. Actually, I don't know the school's address. I'll have to look it up. ABC Adult School.
And we miss you. What is a widget?
That's a good question. So a widget, it's just the term in WordPress for additional content that you could put on the sides. So additional content that you can set up in your layout outside of what you design within your web page. So within the pages of your site. So what goes outside of the pages of your site. Like just looking at the ABC Adult School website, scrolling down to the bottom, we see content that's in the footers of the site. Versus when you're creating a page, you can put certain content in a page, and then you can put certain content on the bottom of a page, which would be called widget content, on the bottom of a page, which would extend across your entire site. It's not limited to just what's within that one page of your site. It's content that's going to be on every every page of your site because it's on the sidebar or it's a footer. So just like when you're creating a document and you have certain elements, you have page numbers in the footer, something that you can set up at the bottom of your site or the side of your site that's going to extend. It's going to be all throughout your website. Hopefully that explains it. Once,
So can you point at where the widget is? I mean, so is that the widget, the thing that you're highlighting?
Right now I'm just visiting the ABC Adult School website to get the address so I can customize my widget here. So I'm back over here in my WordPress page to customize this widget that I just added, which is called Contact Info and Map. So if you wanted a Contact Info and Map widget, you might be a business where you have a location. You would put the address of your business location, your hair salon or your bakery or whatever it is. I'm just gonna put the ABC Adult School website there just so that it will have an address there, and if I want to, I can show the map. So it'll bring up the section of a Google map that will show the location on the Google map there. And then I can put the phone number to contact. You put your own phone number to contact you. The title, you can customize the title or leave it hours and info. And then you can set up your hours of operation here. So I guess this was set up originally to be for a restaurant. So that's why it's saying lunch and dinner. But maybe I want to change this to be the hours that I'm open. So my hours might be open 9 to 5, Monday through Friday or something. And then that information gets put down there. Like you could type it out nicer than that, or 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. space Monday through Friday. Okay, so then that information updates in my widgets. So then I just click Save Changes up here, and now I've got widgets. How many widgets do you see there that I added to this site? One? It looks like one because it's all in one block, but let's preview the site. I'm clicking on my little home link to preview it and visit site. It's actually 2 widgets because remember I added the search and I added the hours and info. And yeah. And it looks like we're out of time.